The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with tension. Leaders from hundreds of species sat in uneasy silence. The warning echoed across the chamber. "Do not provoke humans," one voice said quietly. Many dismissed it, thinking humans were weak. Primitive and unarmed, after all, Earth had not joined galactic politics in centuries. Its fleets had not ventured beyond its system. Its science and weapons seemed outdated. No one imagined what humanity truly held then. A signal appeared from the edge of human space. A massive warship emerged from the darkness. Unlike anything the galaxy had seen before, dark, silent, and enormous. Sensors could not immediately identify its class. Its energy signature was vast. Its hull bristled with technology unfamiliar to alien fleets. The Council froze in shock. Leaders whispered to each other. "This cannot be real," one said. Others shook their heads, but deep down, everyone felt the same cold fear. The human warship moved slowly. Deliberately, it did not fire. It did not signal. It simply hovered at the edge of the system. Watching, waiting, its presence alone created tension. Sensors on the Council's monitors flickered. Alien fleets at the edge of human space reported confusion. Weapons were failing calibration, engines stuttered under strain. Even the most advanced warship seemed fragile in its shadow. Council leader Zaylor of the Vrethi spoke next. "Do you see now why I warned you?" Most species looked skeptical, but a few nodded nervously. They remembered stories of humanity's past. Survival against extinction, overcoming planetary wars, and yet they had ignored those warnings. Thinking humans had no power beyond their own world, the supercarrier moved again. Not toward the Council, not toward any fleet. Just a slight shift in orbit, enough to show it was alive. Enough to remind the galaxy that humans were not passive. Its dark surface gleamed faintly, energy flowing like a river through hidden conduits. Sensors across alien space strained to detect its limits. But they could not. The ship remained a mystery. A warning in itself, small messages began to appear. Not loud, not threatening, just clear statements across all known channels. "We are watching. Do not test us." The simplicity of the message carried more weight than any weapon. Even the bravest fleets hesitated, not because they feared destruction, but because they now understood the unknown. The humans had waited, hidden, silent, and patient. And now the galaxy knew they had power, control, and precision. A young counselor from the Shiradi whispered to a colleague. "They survived what no one else could. They learned from every war, every disaster, every attack. They are not reckless. They are intelligent. Calculated, unstoppable if provoked," the colleague shivered. The truth of the warning became undeniable. Every fleet in the galaxy had underestimated humanity, and the mistake could cost them dearly. Reports arrived from scouts. Alien ships attempted to approach the human warship. Sensors overloaded, weapons failed, communications jammed. Even the smallest drone sent to investigate never returned. The humans did not attack. They simply ensured the galaxy saw their power, that even one ship could hold fleets in check. Without firing a single shot, Council leader Zaylor rose again. "Do you now understand the danger?" Some species finally nodded, others trembled. The word spread across the galaxy quietly but quickly. Do not provoke humans, do not test their patience. Do not assume weakness, this was not arrogance. This was truth. Meanwhile, the supercarrier remained silent. A dark sentinel at the edge of human space, its crew calm, monitoring every fleet. Every message, every system. They did not strike. They did not demand, they only watched. Teaching a lesson in restraint, and the galaxy had begun to learn it. As the council adjourned, the warning lingered in every mind. No one wanted to be first to test humanity. No one wanted to push them further. The humans had arrived, silent, powerful, patient. And for the first time in centuries, the galaxy understood fear, not the fear of attack, but the fear of what the unknown could do, and the Council's warning proved true. Do not provoke humans, the galaxy would never forget it. The alien fleets moved toward the edge of human space, confidence hidden behind arrogance. Commanders laughed quietly. "This is nothing," one said. "Just a primitive species." But as they approached, sensors began to flicker, weapons misaligned, engines stuttered. Communications jammed in strange waves. Panic spread slowly, at first subtle, then impossible to ignore. From the darkness of space, human ships emerged, not one, not two, but dozens, smaller, faster, and more precise than anything the aliens had seen. Their movements calculated, silent, deadly, without aggression. A squadron of human fighters approached the nearest alien cruiser. Drones detached from the human ships, attaching silently to hulls. Jamming systems, sabotaging engines, before the aliens even realized what was happening. The cruiser drifted powerless, weapons offline, engines dead. The alien crew scrambled, confused, unable to understand the cause. Other human squadrons moved across the battlefield, targeting multiple fleets at once, their strike surgical. Precise and restrained, ships disabled. Not destroyed, no explosions, no panic among the humans. Only calm, controlled movement, watching, waiting. Alien commanders barked orders frantically, trying to coordinate a response, firing weapons, launching missiles. But every calculation failed, every move anticipated. Humans seemed to know their strategy before it happened. Like predators in the dark, silent, patient, unstoppable. One alien officer whispered to another, "They are not fighting to kill. They are fighting to show control." The colleague nodded. "Pale. They are teaching us a lesson." The supercarrier hovered in orbit, silent, observing every fleet, monitoring every action, its massive sensors reading every energy signature. Every signal, every maneuver. It did not strike itself. It let the smaller ships enforce the lesson, let the galaxy learn restraint. Alien fleets tried to regroup, jumping to hyperspace, redirecting, recalculating, but the humans anticipated every move, blocking paths, neutralizing engines, disabling weapons. Every fleet powerless before humanity's precision, a second human fleet appeared. Larger, heavier, engines blazing, weapons ready but restrained. Every strike measured, every action calculated. The galaxy watched in disbelief. No species had ever demonstrated this level of control. No fleet had ever been rendered powerless without a single destructive shot. The Council's warning echoed in every mind. Do not provoke humans, do not test their patience. The galaxy finally understood why the humans were not just strong. They were disciplined, intelligent, and lethal if crossed, power wrapped in patience. Strength guided by judgment, restraint more terrifying than any weapon. Alien commanders sent desperate messages. Threats, demands, pleas, the humans ignored them. Focused only on their mission, teaching the consequences of provocation, and ensuring the galaxy would remember. The supercarrier remained in orbit, a dark sentinel, watching, measuring, ready to act. But only if necessary. The humans did not seek glory. They sought control, order, and a lesson in respect. The first show of force ended without mass destruction, but the impact was felt across every system. Every fleet, every planet, fear and awe spread in equal measure. The humans had arrived, silent, precise, unstoppable. And the galaxy learned for the first time that ignoring the Council's warning was dangerous. The stars seemed to pause as human ships retreated. Back to hidden positions, their lesson delivered. Their message clear: do not provoke humans. And the galaxy would never forget it. The galaxy was still in shock. Alien fleets drifted in space, powerless. The humans had shown their strength without firing a single destructive shot. And now they spoke. Earth transmitted a clear message across every known channel. Calm, firm, and deliberate, we act only when necessary. Do not test us. Do not provoke us. The words echoed in every council chamber, every fleet bridge, every planetary command center. Silence followed. No one dared respond immediately. The message carried power beyond any weapon. Historians and scholars scrambled to study human history. Old archives, forgotten wars, survival against extinction. They discovered humanity had endured countless planetary conflicts, plagues, invasions, uprisings. Every challenge had shaped them, forged a species that adapted, learned, and survived. They were not weak. Not primitive, not reckless. Alien commanders whispered to one another. They survived what no one else could. They learned from every mistake. They are intelligent, patient, and unstoppable if provoked. Even the bravest fleets trembled. The Council's warning made sense now. The humans were a reckoning, not a minor species to be dismissed. The supercarrier remained in orbit, silent, massive, observing every movement. Its crew calm, monitoring every fleet. Every signal, every system. They did not strike. They did not demand, they only watched. Teaching a lesson in patience and restraint, alien fleets attempted to respond. Threats, negotiations, pleas, every attempt failed. Every calculation anticipated. Humans did not act recklessly. They acted only when necessary. Every move measured, every strike precise. The galaxy realized that restraint could be more terrifying than war itself. One counselor of the Vrithi species whispered quietly, "They judge differently than we do. They measure strength not by weapons, but by patience, by control, by intelligence." Other leaders nodded. Finally understanding the depth of human power, reports came from scouts. Alien fleets tried to approach. Sensors failed, weapons jammed, communications scrambled. Every move the aliens made was predicted, countered, neutralized. The humans taught the galaxy a lesson in anticipation, strategy, and calculation, not through aggression, but through undeniable capability. The message repeated across every network: we are watching. Do not provoke us. Do not underestimate us. It was not a threat, it was a statement of fact. The galaxy understood the weight behind the calm, the intelligence, discipline, and experience of humanity. No species had ever demonstrated such controlled, decisive power. Alien fleets fell silent. No one wanted to challenge the humans further. Every commander understood the risk. The humans had arrived, not for conquest, not for glory, but to show that they could act decisively, and the galaxy learned for the first time the meaning of restraint. Power wrapped in patience, strength guided by judgment. On Earth, humans monitored every response. Their supercarrier alive, ready, calm, precise. They had not sought bloodshed, they had sought awareness. And the galaxy had received it. The humans had spoken. And the universe listened. From that moment, fleets moved differently. Fleets planned differently. Empires reconsidered expansion and conflict. No one ignored humanity. No one underestimated them. And the Council's warning became reality. Do not provoke humans. The galaxy had learned why. The stars seemed to hold their breath, watching, waiting, as humanity quietly reinforced its presence, not with war, not with destruction, but with calm, intelligent, and unstoppable power. And the lesson spread, slowly, silently, across every corner of the galaxy. Not all alien fleets had heeded humanity's warning. Some believed the humans were bluffing, that Earth's strength was exaggerated, that the supercarrier and its ships were only for show. They were wrong. The humans acted decisively. The supercarrier activated fully, energy flowing through its massive hull. Shield matrices expanding silently, weapon bays opening but restrained. Ships detached and launched, fast, precise, surgical. The first fleet of alien warships approached carelessly, engines humming, weapons online. Confidence evident in every movement. Then the human squadron struck. Drones attached silently to alien hulls, jamming systems, sabotaging engines. Weapons disabled before they could fire. Ships drifted powerless, alien crews scrambled. Unable to understand what had happened, other human ships moved through space. Coordinated, precise, each strike calculated. Disabling ships without destruction. No explosions, no chaos, only control, calm, efficient. Alien commanders barked orders frantically, firing weapons, launching missiles. Every action anticipated, every calculation countered. The humans moved faster than the fastest ships, more accurate than the most advanced weapons. Every strategy neutralized, one fleet officer whispered quietly, "They are not attacking to kill. They are attacking to show control." Another nodded. "Pale. They are teaching a lesson." The supercarrier remained in orbit, silent, massive, monitoring every movement. Every fleet, every signal, its crew calm, focused. They did not seek destruction, they only enforced the warning. Alien fleets attempted to flee. Hyperspace jumps miscalculated, coordinates scrambled. Engines jammed, weapons offline. Every move blocked, every plan anticipated. The humans demonstrated dominance without unnecessary destruction. Precision over chaos, control over rage. A second wave of human ships appeared. Larger, heavier, engines blazing, weapons ready but restrained. Every strike deliberate, every action measured. The galaxy watched in disbelief. No species had ever been rendered powerless without destruction. No fleet had been controlled so effortlessly. The Council's warning echoed in every mind. Do not provoke humans, do not test their patience. The galaxy finally understood why. Humans were not only strong, they were disciplined. Intelligent and patient, their power guided by judgment. Restraint more terrifying than any weapon, alien fleets sent desperate messages. Threats, negotiations, pleas, the humans ignored them. Focused on enforcing the lesson, demonstrating the consequences of provocation, and ensuring the galaxy would remember the supercarrier remained in orbit. A dark sentinel, watching, measuring. Ready to act if necessary, the humans did not seek glory. They sought control, order, and respect. The first retaliation ended without mass destruction, but its impact was felt across every system. Every fleet, every world, fear and awe spread in equal measure. The humans had arrived, silent, precise, unstoppable. And the galaxy learned for the first time that ignoring the Council's warning was fatal. The stars seemed to pause as human ships returned to hidden positions. Lesson delivered, message clear, do not provoke humans. And the galaxy would never forget it. The galaxy was silent. Alien fleets drifted in space. Powerless, commanders stared at screens. The supercarrier hovered above Earth, massive, calm, unstoppable. Admiral Corthan of the Alien Coalition spoke quietly. "This is the end of resistance." Other leaders nodded. No one argued, no one challenged. They understood humanity could act again. And they would not hesitate if necessary. Earth transmitted a final message across every system. Calm, deliberate, undeniable. The galaxy has seen our strength. We act only when necessary. Do not test us. Every fleet, every world, every council chamber received it, Silence followed. No one dared respond. The message carried more weight than any fleet or weapon. Alien historians and scholars studied humans feverishly. They uncovered centuries of survival, wars, disasters, invasions, plagues. Every challenge had forged a species patient. Intelligent and relentless, humans were not just powerful. They were disciplined, measured, strategic. The Council's warning finally made sense. Humans were a reckoning. The supercarrier remained in orbit. Silent, massive, its crew calm, observing every fleet, every signal, every system. They did not strike. They only enforced their presence, teaching the galaxy a lesson in restraint. The galaxy understood, do not provoke humans. Alien fleets lowered shields, weapons powered down. Governments issued messages of surrender, not from fear of destruction, but from understanding the consequences of disobedience. Even without a single massive strike, humanity had enforced its will, and the galaxy had learned back on Earth. Humans monitored every reaction, supercarrier ready, silent, precise. They sought no glory, no conquest, only power, patience, and discipline. Their presence alone commanded respect. Legends spread of the day humans showed restraint and power, of the supercarrier that revealed Earth's hidden strength, of fleets frozen without a shot fired, and the message that repeated across the stars, do not provoke humans, a warning and a promise. The galaxy never forgot. Years later, alien cadets would study the story. The day Earth revealed its true power. The day humans acted decisively, without chaos, without bloodshed. The day silence became louder than fleets. And the lesson endured. The supercarrier remained ready, hovering in orbit, a sentinel for humanity. A reminder to the galaxy that strength was measured not by destruction, but by patience, by control, by judgment, and the galaxy learned the hard truth. Humanity is patient, powerful, precise, and no one dared provoke them again. From that day forward, fleets moved differently. Empires reconsidered expansion and conflict. Every species remembered. And the story of the Council's warning became legend. Do not provoke humans, and the galaxy never forgot why. The stars seemed to watch as humans quietly maintained their strength. Unseen but undeniable, patient but ready, calm but unstoppable, and the galaxy, for the first time, learned that the greatest power is not just in weapons, but in discipline, intelligence, and restraint. And humanity had shown it perfectly.